got. I said, remember that loving is what I got. I remember that loving is what I got. I said, remember that loving is what I got.
I don't get angry at the bills I have to pay. I don't get angry at the bills they have to pay. When my mom smokes pot. 58 losses, 266 wins. I have a game on my hands, right? For all the people watching the YouTube broadcast, I'm about to play that guy. Yep, I'm about to play that guy. He has 266 wins and only 58 losses. Here we go. It'll be a long game.
And now ready to bring you some basketball action. Here we go. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Shot is good, Sampson.
Talk about timing. That lead pass was right on cue.
Hero looking around. Free throw line jumper. And he hits the jumper for two.
Yeah, just a flick of a wrist. Tyler Hero with the scorer's mindset.
Here's Ford. Pass to Sampson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Ware. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. Here's McRae. Pass to Ford. Here's Sampson. Pounded by Wiggins. Fades. The rebound by Ware.
When it goes in, it looks pretty. When it doesn't, you question the shot difficulty.
Miami moving it around. From outside the arc. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Sampson. Back to Reed. Here's Sampson. Outside Reed. Shot clock at 6. And no good to start the night. Missing his first attempt there. Hero for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Pass to McRae. Here's Sampson. Ware covers. The fadeaway. And that one drops for him. Sampson's got 6 points.
Yeah, he has a really nice feel from that spot, and the size gives him a clear advantage.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
Shot is good, Sampson.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Well, Bam at 6'9" might be undersized at his position, but he plays with such incredible intensity.
Here's Ford. Pass to Reed. Here's McRae. This one for 3. Reed can't hit.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And that one falls for Herro.
Well, what you have to love about Herro is how confident he is. Some of the shots he takes and makes demonstrate that to a T.
And here's a timeout from Erik Spoelstra now. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. The Heat with the lead. The three is up. Jaquez no good. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Sampson. Oh, he misses the dunk.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
He drops it from range.
3 points.
Well, he's a volume three-point shooter in this league. Herro can really do damage from there.
Here's Ehlo. To the paint. And Jaquez over to help. Pass to Ford. Here's Ehlo. Knocks down the long J.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Herro with the bucket.
Yeah, what an assertive move by Herro. Dropping an emphatic answer three.
To the middle. Count it. Good. Here's Herro. He's got 9. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's hauled in by Sampson. From 17, Miami grabs the miss. Down low. Here's Jovic. Herro outside. Three-pointer, no good. Tyler Herro has been on display for Miami, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back.
16.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Here's Ehlo. Some solid D from Jaquez. Adebayo from long range. Hits the trifecta. Adebayo's got 7.
Adebayo being aggressive there. Quick release on the catch and shoot.
Pass to level. Back to Walker. Here's Ehlo. Clock at 6. Houston working the ball around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Ehlo's got his second basket of the game.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Here's Larson. And the Heat, another 3.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Time called here. The Rockets decide to talk it over.
Whoa. Wow.
Back in 2007, 2008, and averaged over 30 minutes per game as late on. So long range build down soon at second.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Tries it from 19. Here's Sampson. Jaquez grabs the board. Heat leading by 6. Here's Larson. And the Heat, another 3.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Heat.
Why would it go to the
Miami making a switch here.
He knocked the ball out.
Number 14, Tyler Hero.
Second quarter basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Takes a 3. And again, Miami with a triple.
3 points.
Well, when Hero gets his offense going, he holds nothing back. He just keeps pouring it on.
Elo. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. 3 on 3. Ooh, Adebayo, a monster jam.
Assist goes to
Oh, my gosh. Just throw it up to the square and Bam will do the rest.
It's stolen by Jaquez.
Rockets foul.
The Heat making a switch here.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for the Heat, Andrew Wiggins. Norman Powell.
Hero outside. Pass to Mitchell. Launches a 3. On target from range.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to McRae. Here's Ford. Reed for 3. Adebayo grabs the board.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And he's going for the oop here. Stolen by Jones. To halt the run. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Elo's got 8 points. And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
In for Miami, number 25.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Wiggins.
2 minutes from
Now Adebayo. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
When Bam gets it around the hoop, he knows what to do.
Here's McRae. Still without a bucket. Reed can't hit.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
When you're wide open like that, no need to fade away.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Elo. Rebound by the Heat. Wiggins right side. Fader on the way. And good on the bucket. Wiggins got his first bucket in this one.
He's so effective from the mid-range. When Wiggins senses an opportunity to score from there, he doesn't hesitate at all.
Inside. McRae. Off target with a jump hook. Miami leading by 19. Here's Hero. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Elo misses. Wiggins from long range. Jones grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And Adebayo slams it in.
Well, that's what Bam wants to do. He wants to put the ball on the floor and get into the paint.
Here's Elo. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Elo's got 13.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
First team foul. Substitution.
8 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Reed. Money on the 19-footer. Hero outside. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. The three is up. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 17.
Well, this is why the defense has to be up on Hero. His jump shot is a real weapon.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Now here's Reed. Pass to McRae. To the inside. Sampson. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Good work by Wiggins going right into the coverage. Now, he knows how to get himself to the line and get the shot off.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Rockets trail by 16. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Sampson. Good, and that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Timeout called. Houston. It's Houston's ball, trailing by 17. Fade away. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
Well, he probably didn't need the fadeaway. There's an example of style.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
90 seconds into the second half now. Hero with the bucket. And it's now 22 points for Tyler Hero.
Soft touch on the teardrop. Hero is such an unpredictable player on offense.
Reed for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami leading by 17. Reed brings the double. Wiggins with it. Picked up by Reed. From behind the arc. Nails it from 3. Reed's got 7 points. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. Good on both. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Ford. Houston working the ball around. Here's Elo. He's got 13. Adebayo grabs the board.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Pass to Adebayo. Fades and shoots. And it's Miami with another.
Yeah, Adebayo's really good at facing up from mid-range. Buries the jumper there.
Reed for 3. Houston with another miss. Heat leading by 20. Hero for 3. No go for him there. 9 for 15 now. 1:19 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Lays it up and banks it in. Hero's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
Timeout called. Houston.
Everything songs, I know it's gonna be good.
Get your Bevies at Bevies Liquor World in Littleton and Parker.
So both teams making some changes here. Boy, the Rockets really having a tough go here. Out to the right wing. Reed for 3. And the dunk by Jones.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Out left to the wing. Three-pointer Yakachonis. Rebounded by Elo. And it's Houston's ball. Pass to Sampson. Here's Elo. Tries to keep it alive. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end. It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Pass to Reed. Here's Sampson. And another basket for Houston. Outside Jaquez. And here's Fontecchio. Three-pointer off the mark. And so it's the Miami Heat out in front by 19 going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well.
61.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand.
He is balling. He is balling.
Rockets trail by 19.
I should have picked him on Prize Picks.
Now here's Walker. Adebayo with a steal. Shoots a fadeaway. And there's another one for the Heat. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
To the paint. Here's Jaquez. It's Hayes with the rebound. Pass to Teagle. Houston working the ball around. Here's Sampson. Misses the fadeaway. Miami leading by 21. And he lobs it up to the rim. Hammers the lob through.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Back to Walker. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Adebayo. Fast break Miami. Larson with the bucket.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
And yep, it's good. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. Pass to Fontecchio. And it's all from three-point range. And Houston has possession. Here's Sampson. Hounded by Adebayo. The fader. He's got another one. That's 10 for 15 now. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Right side Adebayo. Here's Larson. Knocks down the triple. Larson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
The Rockets call timeout.
So the bench has produced tonight for the Denver Nuggets. So the starters. Now Stephon Castle goes out. That might be it for him.
122. Uh-oh.
We got to be careful here.
Offensive pass. It stands calling with this the tornado. Each time they put it to nine. Each time they put it to nine.
The Rockets call timeout.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just one or two major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Yes.
This has always been a score.
It's the Fox.
But that's fouling a jump shooter, too. Mid-range jump shooter. Did a good job defensively.
Fox football is good. Professionals have been very good for you. You're big enough to count, small enough to carry with more defensive banks. Dennis Thomas. Well, the Denver Nuggets came into tonight as it's ended at X points. No result. Right now, they have an 11-point lead.
Wow.
Let's talk a little money.
Good game. He's just checking it out. Almost 40 pounds. Welcome on, folks. Good lot. Okay.
Houston with the ball. Pass to Nevitt. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
As a defender, you have to get more physical with him in the post.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
And so the ball out of bounds. Jaquez touched it last. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Nevitt. Uses the glass on the layup.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. Here's Level. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pass to Yakachonis. No good on the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And it's Teagle missing.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Here's Yakachonis. And the jumper is good at the free throw line. And there's 1:45 left to play in the fourth. Pass to Teagle. Shot on the wing. Rebound Miami. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Moving it around. Yakachonis. And a strong finish with two hands.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Heat.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Bam Adebayo.
He has really stood out tonight with his work on the glass. You can see the extra effort coming through.
Pass to Level. 5 on the clock. Shot from the wing. And the shot goes in. So it's Miami now. Here's Larson. Level grabs the board. Here's Teagle. Hey, from beyond the arc. That one is off. Left side, Jaquez. Here's Yakachonis. Parries it down low.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And so they foul intentionally.
Man, you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
In for Miami, Johnson.
Pass to Smith. Beyond the arc. It's not going to go for him. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Thank you for joining us.
Je suis solide, si tu m'aimes, aime-moi.